Happy Monday. It is a quiet morning, so I will say hello slowly if you're watching live at 6:30 in the morning. And if you are watching this later in the day, I hope that you are off to a great start. So, yes, so happy Monday. It is day 14. So, officially, we have hit the 2 week mark. You can do anything for 2 weeks, right? I'd say this weekend was just a wonderful, wonderful reset. I did not, again, try to kill it. We didn't go to the gym at all yesterday because it is closed. And so, I went for my morning walk where I did the video yesterday and then did some awesome stretching and yoga for 45 minutes on the boat, and that was my workout. It was much, much needed. So that's what I'm saying, pace yourself, right? It doesn't always have to be at the gym, going the hardest, doing the sprints, doing all the things. Definitely knew that I wanted more of a recovery movement day. So you can do that on the program, right? You choose your challenge. And then yesterday we went to Sapphire and just had a wonderful time at the beach. Like honestly, about 4 hours of meal prep in the morning where we got all of our chicken done, all of our potatoes, all of our rice, cut up all the vegetables, cleaned all the vegetables, all of that good stuff. So yesterday was just a really good reset day, and then to the pool. So that was lovely. And I think we were in bed by like 10. We were done. We're like, let's just get some sleep. So I'm walking this morning on day 14 to kick off the day. I got up a little bit earlier, not expecting to, but I just woke up. And when you do that, a little bit extra time, don't go and like waste it. Don't go on social media. Don't go lay and think about things. Don't go and scroll on your phone and do some random, online shopping, right? Like really use that time to your advantage. The way I thought about that was, Corey wasn't up yet. I typically am not up, around like 5:30, but I was like, okay, I'm up. Like I'm really up. I feel good. I feel like I've got some good rest. So why not use that for a jump start today? So always use those little 15-minute or 30-minute windows, whether it's at the beginning of your day, the middle of the day, something cancels, someone's running late. Use that to your advantage in terms of what can I get done for those 15 minutes? Can I go through the mail? Can I respond to those text messages? Can I always use those little segments of like gifted 15, 20-minute times? Don't let them be free time that you think it's free money and you waste it. Invest in that. Okay. So what's the plan for today? So Mondays, for this Monday, I'm going underground. I don't have any client calls, but that doesn't mean I'm not working, right? So again, I do about a minimum of 4 hours of marketing, emails, sales initiatives, meetings, right, but not interfacing with clients. And so today is going to be going to the gym here in a little bit after we go to breakfast. And then I'm going to hunker down and get the rest of just, administrative tasks that never stop, right? But I choose to batch those. I don't do those every single day, every single day. And so in terms of my entrepreneurship coaching, business, we scaled that where it's just one-on-one customized coaching calls and then retreats. And then I still have some clients that I do some leadership and team trainings for their strategic planning, marketing initiatives, sales language. And so met actually a really neat couple from Illinois yesterday that we exchange information for me potentially to do some trainings for his team. So you never know, right? As an entrepreneur, you never really turn that off and never know if you can meet a need. And so really today is for me not to go all out because then Tuesday and Wednesday, I have back-to-back coaching calls starting I think at 9 a.m. till honestly 8 p.m. On on Tuesday, and then I think I have 6 calls on Wednesday. So today is just for me to take care of me, making sure that everything is set up for success on this Monday, and then I really go more hard, more difficult, right? Like here we go on Tuesday and Wednesday. So what I want to encourage What I want to encourage you. Yep, I'm 21 in construction field. Awesome. So here's a couple pieces. If you're in the entrepreneurial space, extreme ownership. Like I'm telling you, I've been an entrepreneur now, owning my own service-based businesses, brick and mortar businesses for over 15 years. It always starts with you and ends with you. So this is a bonus motivation based off of a question below there, but really, really making sure that you step into, no matter what day it is, no matter what business you're growing, it always starts and ends with you. I don't care if you have a team. I don't care how big your business is yet or small your business is. Just taking on that CEO role is a huge 2 cents, I would say, in this live. So there's a little tidbit. Now, back to the motivation piece of doing 75 hard. We talked about yesterday identifying times when you really have friction and you don't want to do the thing. Like I've always said, maybe, maybe the friction moment is something telling you, like maybe that has to change, right? So for today's video, if you didn't watch yesterday's live, I just talked about that, like when is your friction moment of not doing something? Why do you procrastinate over and over and over, and you let that become like your full-time MO? Like that doesn't have to be the way. It is, oh, I'm just a hot mess express. Oh, I just never can get things done. If you keep affirming that, you're right. It will probably stay that way. So the second piece for today, after you've seen 2 or 3 habits that you see that you do not, step into a routine about, or you have extreme like avoidance in, is I want you to put that with some other type of activity that you actually like to enjoy, right? So if you're watching this series and it is around health and wellness, or it is around activating what you want to do in your business, so you got really clear on the vision and it's 10 months later and you haven't moved forward with anything, you haven't set up the networking events, you haven't set up the sales page, you haven't practiced the script, you haven't gotten the email campaign done, I want you to put it together with an activity that you already religiously do, right? And that can be something that you already do in your home, you already do out with friends. I will tell you, even living on the boat, we make sure that we get off the boat. We, being also me, me more primary. Corey, I think, isn't as impacted by this, but I am. That I make sure I get off the boat and I go find a coffee shop. I go find a co-working space at least 3 times a month, because I know that there's so many distractions that happen at home, right? At home, that it is so much easier to do other things or just not be as productive. So for one of the things for me, when I'm doing more administrative tasks or I have larger batch work to do, I just know that that's something I need to step into. And I'm always finding another coffee shop, local business that I can rent space for, from to support them, because I just know I'm way more productive to get all of my tasks and everything updated in my CRM system than I am when I'm at home. I know that about myself, right? Hence why I even had, brick and mortar spaces, because that was a part of a win-win to model for others that maybe when you work remote and maybe when you are fully nomadic and you're living this entrepreneur lifestyle and you think you have so much freedom, time freedom, that still comes with boundaries. That still comes with you stepping in and making sure that you're working the hours it takes to run your business. That never goes away. Never. I don't care how big, how small I scale my business. I will always have set work hours for myself because I am an employee of the company and I also run the company. I can't just go hands off, right? Like I choose to make sure that I always have those set hours. So that may be something that is fruitful for you today as you start this Monday, and maybe you feel just like, oh my gosh, I have no momentum in my business or no momentum in my health and wellness journey. And again, I'm not doing this series to give you a nudge to do 75 hard. I'm just showing you what and how much time we actually do have available to get 2 workouts in every single day, a gallon of water, 10 pages of professional development, reading, making sure you take care of the little details with the progress picture, and then making sure that you, lean into no cheat meals, no alcohol, like really getting clean and clear so that you can actually be productive forward, not laterally, forward, right? So go and figure out what habits you want to put some of those friction moments against. Go and think about something that you go and enjoy. Again, I like getting out and being surrounded a little bit more around people. I'm actually more productive in that than just having extreme silence or by myself. So I just know that I work better in that community setting. So you adjust and you find it. And if I can find it, living on a boat in a marina in St. Thomas, there's several co-working spaces here. So I know that wherever you live and wherever you're watching this video, you don't have an excuse for that. You could even go to someone else's. I have two clients that do this, that they go and watch each other's kiddos at each other's houses while one does work in the morning at her friend's house as the kids come over to her house and she gets her stuff done. And then they switch so that work can be done at her house. So like, there's no excuses if you need an environment where you don't have a lot of friction. You could do the same thing with working out. If there's a class you really enjoy, find a friend or find a family member or exchange, that time to say, I'll watch the kiddos for these 2 hours, get what you need to get done. And then the afternoon, I'll leverage my time so you can go activate your, true, like get deep work done. Okay. So I hope that this morning helps you think about, put in the comment section, how are you going to put something where you got a lot of resistance, but butt it up against, put it right beside something that you love to do and start blending those, start putting those together so that you don't have the excuse anymore of not getting it done or feeling like you can procrastinate has to be the norm. It doesn't. It doesn't. It is normal to have friction. Like I'm going to say that's never going to go away. Okay. Spoiler alert, that's never going to go away. But what does happen is you get more excited about creating the best version of yourself that and you normalize these friction moments. You don't take them personally. You don't just can the goal of what you're doing. You literally step into it and go, okay, I see what we got here, brain. We're trying to save ourselves and we're trying to get out of the hard work. That is not what we do, right? Like that is not what we do. We're going to step into and do the 2 hours of the hard work or get up and go for the walk. Even though I've said, I would get it started when, I just really want you to like identify those friction moments and work on putting them with something else that you enjoy. Okay. So I hope that that is a meaningful tip for you. Again, if you are watching, I live full-time in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. We've been here for over a year now. I'm a full-time entrepreneur coach that works fully nomadic. And again, I'm doing the 75 Hard Challenge to give you all a glimpse behind the scenes. How can you stay active? I mean, like right now, I'm just walking my steps in the marina with a nice little breeze. It's already probably 90 degrees, right? So it's never going to be perfect conditions, but do not let that stop you from what you need to activate today. Do not, because that is your brain trying to get out of something that they perceive as hard, hence 75 hard. And I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to give you encouragement every single day that hard is a perception. So if you go, this is just the norm, this is just my lifestyle, I don't know any differently, it's amazing how then you take that off the pedestal and you start activating it much more frequently. Okay. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow for the long focused work day. I'll talk about how I leverage that as today is more of a preparation day. Enjoy your Monday. Thanks, y'all. Bye.